favorite place in YouTube. Hey everybody, TJ and Fish here with another MFBA Hangout. Today we've got the Rexclamation Point himself, the only realtor allowed in MFBA, Mr. Rex Johnson, talking about some success he has had with Listing Booster and the new lead capture piece. This is something that, well, as we all know, I like to let Fish set all these things up, and then I come in, do the intro, and take all the credit for it. But I'm going to go ahead and hand it over to Fish. Fish, you can talk a little bit more about what we are doing here today, okay?
Cool. Well, TJ and I are actually starting a program that we're calling Agent Acceleration, designed to help agents build their business, build their contact sphere, and hopefully bring in more opportunities. And we were really excited to hear that Rex had been testing out some of the things that TJ and I perhaps tested, but perhaps knew more in theory that they worked, and ultimately hadn't played around with them as much as we had in the past. And I know that the coolest thing about what Rex is doing is that he's actually not really spending a whole lot of money to do it. So I'm going to flip it over to Rex. He's going to talk just a tiny bit about how he used the new lead capture on the Listing Booster, the pages. We could call them landing pages, but they're essentially websites with a capture feature that also do work as a landing page. And Rex will just kind of share some of the tips. We'll keep it hopefully pretty quick for you, because I think this is pretty simple for many of us have been doing internet marketing, social media, especially through Facebook for a while. So it's all yours, Rex.
Cool. Thanks so much. You got me on screen?
Oh, you start talking, it's going to go to you automatically.
Oh, I'm sorry. My apologies. So we got it all set. The Listing Booster thing really helped out with being able to have the sellers of a home share their house organically with their friends and family. And so that's what really made the world of difference. So Steve Brand helped me out with setting up the Listing Booster account initially, and then got a listing, put it on Boost. And what I did is I trained the sellers on exactly how to share it. So I kind of wanted to trick Facebook into seeing the post for the house as something that's as something that's like a bigger life event. So I had them use the word married and house and so on in the post. And then I had the sellers, it was a couple, tag each other. And then by doing that, we got a whole bunch of organic views off of it. And then the biggest part of it is that after getting those organic views, we had a request in that post from the sellers to share it. We got 22 organic shares out of it because we had some really killer, awesome photography on it. And it was an entry-level home in Minneapolis, $190,000 median home price. I don't know exactly what it is in the city. That might be $250 or something. So this was a really popular listing, but ended up with about 70 emails and names from people that had clicked on that and entered their information into the Listing Booster lead capture, where they click on the link to see the house, and then have to enter their email to continue with the photos. And so taking all those people, put them into the drip campaign, starting a follow-up. But that was just organic. That was free.
And 100% organic, no paid traffic, just shares on this, just utilizing the strategies that you taught to the seller, correct?
Yeah, exactly. And then I had them at the same time tag me personally, because just going with the plan of action of using my own personal Facebook page, not even my business page, as more of an advertising tool. That's why I had them tag me personally and not even use my business page. And then my contact info is there. My contacts see it. Everybody sees that I had a new listing come on. And I know that's not a big deal. That's what realtors share all the time. Oh, I got a new listing and so on. But it means a lot more when somebody else shares it, if I'm not sharing it when they're tagging me. And just builds rapport among my sphere of influence of my 1,000 Facebook friends.
So Rex, it's the end of the month. TJ and I haven't shaved in a week and a half. We have people trying to close all day long, and I think we need to up the energy here. So I want to ask you a question. So you need to tell me how much you pay monthly for this service, and then how many emails you were able to add to your database just by doing something that was free.
That service, I think my agent share of it is $10 a month or something like that. It's
I think it's $12 a year. I think you pay a dollar a month.
Oh, is that okay? I have no idea. I just gave my credit card number, and then that was it. I totally forgot. But yeah, 13.
And then you have how many new emails in your database for all your drip campaigns?
About 70.
70 new emails for free. And now this really is going to work for Rex, because Rex actually, as far as I can tell, I haven't seen it. I haven't signed up for I should probably enter your blog or whatever, but you actively email your list regularly. You've been taught internet marketing. You know how to stay in front of folks through your email list. And, anytime you get a new listing, anytime something exciting is going on in the local market, you're emailing your whole list and inviting them to connect with you more, correct?
Exactly. And then the big thing that's made it really easy too is everybody wants to see video. So a lot of us are self-conscious about getting on video. So what I started, I just got a good microphone here in my office, and then I started using Snagit, which is just a screen capture software, but you can capture video with it. And I just do 2-minute screen capture videos, and I kind of minimize it down. So I do them in a 16:9 aspect ratio, but smaller. So if people are watching it on their mobile phone, they can see it clearly, which is where most people are going to be watching it. And I just record 2-minute videos, put them up on YouTube on my YouTube channel, and then I blast those out to the database. And so I'm 10 months or 11 months into real estate now with my real estate license, and all those ones from 6 months ago where I met them in an open house, now they're coming around being ready. Now this drip campaign is starting to kick it out, and that's what I really think is going to double my income next year.
Awesome, man. So you said you had it your computer up set to screen share. Do you have time to show us how easy it is to screen share your listing to your Facebook page? Like, can you show us how you would do that? I mean, I'm pretty sure you can do it in less than a minute. Or perhaps
sure.
A minute.
Let me dig in my email real quick just to grab the link.
They're watching this call and says, "Oh, I don't have time for all this crazy tech." I mean, this is as simple as it gets, really.
Well, I think the biggest piece about this, Fish, is it's the organic piece. These are organic leads coming through, not being paid. And look, I mean, we love paid leads, right? That's one of the things that we talk about all the time. We utilize in our business. We teach as well. But when you have organic leads, it's a higher quality lead. It's someone who a friend, a family member, something of that nature has said, "Hey, I think you should go ahead and see this at this point." And it's a strong lead. It's a stronger person for your database. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, it's people. I mean, it's people inside the circle. I mean, you can take those emails, you can find out who they are, you can find out how they know who people you know. You start having conversations with them. I mean, we talked about that in other calls, but the process of creating that list is pretty darn simple. So.
Yep. Hey, I'm all up here on the screen share. Let me get you in here.
Yeah, there's Fish and me.
Cool. We got you on screen share. So all I did is I just went and grabbed the link, the Listing Booster link. And when you set it up in Listing Booster, you get to create your own URL. And it's whatever you choose, .u2 or .me. And so you can pick anything unique. I tried to do something with fewer numbers so that it doesn't get a big confusing chain of numbers. But whatever, you're just sharing it. So we just hit this. This is what the Listing Booster landing page looks like. And when we go there, taking my computer a second to load it, then it'll ask you to continue with Facebook or continue with email. And then this is the lead capture. We had the picture here that kind of drew people in. And now, oh my gosh, in order to see this house, I got to put my information in. So if we were going to share this on Facebook, it's really just as simple. So we've got our link here. I'll wait for it to load here, load a preview. We make sure always that we set it to public. If it's only viewable by our friends, we can't even see it. It's kind of frozen up here. It's not letting me add text, but I mean, straight up, the easiest is.
It could be because you're on the Hangout. That could be part of it, yeah.
That's probably part of the problem. But I mean, usually you're going to have the preview that comes up, and then when you see the post, the way that Listing Booster has the website designed is that it will show the preview of the front picture of the home here. And then you can just type in your text, whatever you want, hey, new listing of the week, fresh listing, pre-market. the cool part about Listing Booster is you can create the scarcity with it. And so with this, you can program this website manually. You don't have to wait for it to get on the market. So I actually did this as a pre-market and just set it up, photos and a couple of simple facts about the house. And then you can show it as a pre-market listing even a day before it comes on, but you can create this website in 2 minutes. Maybe
if that's allowed in your markets. In case you're watching this in other markets, it's not allowed in every single market.
Oh, true.
Yeah,
True.
That's the market you get.
Yeah. But so, I mean, that's how easy it is. There we go. Back up.
You know, and speaking about easy, the one thing you didn't really touch on, though, was, excuse me, setting up. You manually set it up. You to import all of your listings when you first signed up for Listing Booster. How long did it take you to get everything up and running?
Oh, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, just basic enter information, my own photo, my logo, done.
Because everything's automated. So everything pulls
exactly.
right through. Yep, that's awesome. That's awesome. You ever use the YouTube tours that it creates, or do you do your own video?
I hadn't shared the YouTube tour. I had done ads just with the I'd done paid ads just with the static website with photography. I haven't even used that yet. And even though this listing's already pending, I'm probably going to run some ads with it and see what I can get off of the YouTube stuff. I got way more off of the organic. And I think one of the really big parts was when I coached these sellers on how to share it, I had each seller, it was a couple, tagging each other in the post and tagging me. And then I asked them to tag a couple of friends in the comments who they knew were looking for houses. And then it got so many initial views that then it just went nearly viral. And from it, I got 2 appointments with buyers who wanted to meet at the house. And those are 2 people that are coming into my pipeline as buyers.
So how many off of this one simple strategy that costs you $0?
$1.
$1. I apologize. Well, no, because it's $1. Oh yeah, I mean, but all of his listings, access costs him $1. Whatever. Of the simple strategy, how many transactions are you going to walk away with?
I'm probably going to have 2 just right off the bat. I've got 2 people coming into my pipeline from it, and then I've got 68 other people or whatever it is that are in my drip campaign. So that's just internet leads. Depends how hard you focus on them. Even being in my drip campaign, at least 1 deal is going to come out of that over the next 12 months. There's no doubt. Here, I pulled up my email because it was kind of shocking. Let me share this real quick. We back on screen here?
We got you.
Cool. So this is, I was just hitting, as I was entering these leads into my Aweber, I was hitting the delete button on most of them. So this is just in my trash, in my email here. Look at the date. Like this stuff was flowing in so quickly. Can you see that September 25th on the side?
That's awesome.
It was just one after the next. And then going back to September 24th and then on to the next page. Did it?
So that brings me to something we were kind of talking about offline before we hit record here, Rex, that I wanted you to touch base on a little bit. But one of the things that we have seen time and time again, or heard time and time again, any type of internet lead, people will talk about how weak the lead is, or it's not a good, strong lead. What is your opinion? You have 70, 100 leads, whatever it is that came in here, all looking to they request to get information on your property, your listing. Mm-hmm. I mean, what is your opinion on the leads and how good, how strong, how weak they are? What's your opinion on this?
These leads are stronger than others. Real quick here, you still see my screen up here?
Yes, sir.
See that right there? That's from the trash. I just did a search for the tagline and how those leads come in. Now it was duplicated. It was sending me it was sending me an auto email, and then it was also set up like on a duplicate email. So I got 2 emails per lead, 187 total divided by 2. It's actually about 93 or 94 leads total out of this.
Dude, that's awesome, man.
I
really is.
I was even low on that. So, I mean, this thing was just off the charts. These leads are better than average internet leads because these came organically from the seller sharing them. So I already have some affinity with these people. So as I was getting these leads, I'm getting all these emails. Most of these people are only 1 step removed from me in Facebook, most of them, if not only 2 steps. And so because we're friends of friends, I can actually search for and discover them by pasting their email in. I think I sent out, I don't know, 50 Facebook friend requests just to get them further into my sphere.
Well, hey, let's not share too many secrets. That's going to be for the next webinar that we have.
All right.
Step by step on that.
I got to out, Rex. You know, like some of these tricks that you're learning, you know, TJ and I know, you know, this kind of stuff came from the hardcore closer. You know, Ryan told us how to communicate through email, through Messenger, through Facebook, how to do these searches, how to find these people. This stuff is way easier than you know, the traditional methods. And I think a lot of agents are getting stuck in their head of thinking like they got this email lead, they sent them an email asking if they wanted to see the house. The person never replied, so it's a bad lead, you know. And right. I think that's complete garbage. If you look, like you said, if you look at who the people are, who they know, how you're connected to them, if you actually went back a couple years later, you'd find a lot of these people actually bought or sold a house within 1 or 2 years, and it wasn't a bad lead. It was that you had a bad method to contact and connect with those people.
And one of the things you just said was, you said a lot of agents, that's salespeople in general. You know, across the board. You know, we all want to be able to, you know, Rex, I use the analogy we used earlier today. We all want to be able to stand at the vending machine and put $1 in and get $5 out immediately. And it's just not that easy. You know, we can get leads, but, you know, we have to work them. We have to be smart with how we work them. We have to be a little bit different with how we work them. You know, so from friending on Facebook to sending text messages to, you know, making sure our emails aren't the same canned crap that everybody else, you know, sends out there. You know, but I think you nailed it, Fish. I mean, look, people enter their information for a reason. Okay, they're not clicking on something just for the sake of clicking on it. They're raising their hand to look at a piece of property for a reason. Maybe it's because they're being voyeuristic and they want to see what the property on the street looks like. But there's still a reason why they're doing it, and a reason why they're looking at that and entering their information there. Because, well, I'm not entering my email in unless I'm ready to receive something in return, right? We've all, at this point, we've entered our email into so many different things. We know that we're going to get an email in back as soon as, or someone's going to email us, correct? So, like I said, I think it's a great strategy, man. I think it's a great strategy. Now, Rex, what would you say to any agents out there who, you know, aren't with Listing Booster, aren't working with a loan officer who is versed in this type of marketing type of thing? I mean, what would your advice be to them?
Just got to get connected with a loan officer that can help you with this. Just get it up and running. This is so simple. This is 5 to 10 minutes worth of total setup for your profile and Listing Booster, and then the listings auto pull from the MLS if you don't want to do it manually. And once you have it set up, you just turn on the lead capture, you create that link, another 5 minutes of investment, and then you have something that you can put to the sellers to share. You have something you can run online ads to. You have the YouTube videos through Listing Booster that you can run ads to as well, and everybody loves to see video. And you can just set it up with a pre-canned email that goes back to everybody right away, and you can offer them showings. You know, depending on the showing schedule for the house. Like this one was vacant for the first few days on the market, and so I had an auto email that was going out to all these people that said, "Hey, if you'd like to see the house, I can show it to you anytime. You know, between these hours, you know, for the next 3 days, just to create some urgency." And that's where I got my couple of people that said, "Yeah, I'd love to see the house." And there's 2 new buyers in my pipeline for free, or well, $1 a month or whatever Listing Booster costs me.
Very good, very good. Fish, any other questions for our man Rex?
No, man, I think we hit on two important things. Number one, there's a lot of my good friend Chad Prio calls FU money, follow-up money. A lot of good money to be made in the follow-up. Two, we didn't touch on it much in this call, perhaps another call. Rex is smart enough to have an auto follow-up sequence set when leads come in. He knows how to program and do that kind of stuff. Not every agent does. We can perhaps help folks in another call do that. But Rex certainly saw the person reaching out, thought they might want to see that house, got the intro email out. Some agents might get 40 or 50 contacts and nobody will reply to that. So as Rex said, you set up a long-term drip campaign, you put good content out there, and you can make even more money in the follow-up, even if you don't get much on the initial set of emails that went out. So,
well, actually, Fish, we didn't talk about this. Rex and I spoke about this early. It's a surprise for you. Just go ahead and click that opt-in button right down there below, anyone who's watching this. We're actually doing a follow-up video with Rex where he's going to walk us step-by-step on exactly what he did, how he did it, screen shares the whole way, opt-ins, emails, all that kind of fun stuff to automate it, as well as get the the FU money, as Chad likes to say. So just opt in right down there below. We'll go ahead and send that out to you.
Are we going to have to pay Rex $1 a month for this?
No, nope. Nope, not at all. Not at all. He's going to be paying us $1 per month because we're making him famous. For 15 people that are watching.
I actually did buy a Yeti mic. I bought a new camera. I bought all this fancy stuff, and I cannot seem to get my laptop to work. So I apologize that the sound of this video is not very good. I'm shooting this from my cell phone. I promise the next video series we will do a better job.
Awesome. Well, hey, Rex, before we go ahead and wrap this bad boy up, do you have anything you want to add, anything you want to share with everyone? Are you happy with what you've done so far, man?
I'm happy with what I've done so far. I want to do more of it. And then last piece of advice on this listing booster deal is a lot of my business comes from open houses. And so I've got some good relationships with some bigger listing agents. I'm only 11 months into having a real estate sales license here. And so I've got some relationships with agents that have bunches of listings just so I can easily do open houses as a marketing tool. So I already went to them and I said, hey, I got this cool new tool. We're with the same broker, so I can advertise it because technically I represent that seller too. Can I go and set up some websites using your photography and then just put up some ads to your listings and then get some leads and drive some traffic to your listings? And these several agents that I approached said, absolutely. So even if you don't have any listings, just call some agents in your area, take their photography and just say, hey, I'm going to advertise your listing. It doesn't cost you a dime. And they go, heck yeah, go ahead, go for it, man. And you don't need anybody else's permission. And then all of a sudden you got ads up and running. So even if you don't have any business, even if you don't have a listing, you can just go ask someone else to utilize their listing and you're off and running.
Win-win situation for everyone, right? You're getting leads. They're getting their listings promoted. It's again, can't go wrong with that. Well, I say this. You said 11 months, man. I'm telling you, you're kicking ass, though, in the business. So you're leveraging technology. You're leveraging social media. You're leveraging these different things that have been taught to us by through Break Free Academy and Ryan Stewman and his crew. It's awesome, man. I appreciate you spending some time with us. Like I said, we will. Let's do another one of these. This was fun, man.
Let's look forward to it again.
So, all right, cool. Again, if you want the follow-up videos, just right down there. Button should be right down there. Go ahead, opt in. We'll go ahead and get it sent out to you. We'll talk to you in the next one. Thanks, everyone.